Hello everyone, welcome to P.B.M. Vending, and today I'm going to do something I've not seen done before, and I'm going to make this program specifically aimed at high school and college kids. I was going to start out this program by saying how much money do I need to get started, and then when I realized what it takes to get started, most adults don't have a problem coming up with. But the challenging part, the fun part, the exciting part is when kids get involved. Typical jobs for kids are washing dishes in restaurants, detasseling corn around the Midwest, working in retail, ice cream shops, those kind of jobs. They're not fun, they're not glorious, but they are a part-time job, and my sister and I both did them, and you probably did too. But what if, and see, you only get paid when you work. No worky, no money, right? What if you could take some of your money that you're making from your job and go buy a machine that will provide money for you even when you're not working? Now that makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? So you say, well, how much money do I need to get started? You ready for this? 180 bucks. All right? Now, that is doing it on a shoestring, and that is the bare minimum, but you can get started for that. And the first thing you do is you buy a machine. Now, 180 bucks for a high school kid, that's probably a week's wages, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not saying throw all of it in there. I'm just saying, what if you just bought one a month? That's 40 bucks a week. 45, whatever it is. Or one every 2 months. But do it on a regular basis. Now, you can go online on Craigslist or Facebook Watch, or there's lots of other ones you can go on where you can buy used candy machines for, I've seen them as cheap as 50 bucks, and triple heads a decent one you can get for 80 to 100 bucks. And even in the big cities. I mean, they're as much in Chicago as they are in Gillespie, Illinois. Okay, the real location doesn't really matter. So you get 100 bucks and buy yourself a machine, a used machine, and then this one's optional. If you want to go out and try to get your own locations, you can save 50 bucks. You know, and it's just like selling insurance. The numbers are the numbers. You knock on enough doors, you're going to get one. And all you got to do is place, one. But if you don't want to do that, you can call a company and they'll find a spot for you and they'll charge you 50 bucks. And they'll do it in less than a week. So you spend 100 bucks on the machine, you spend 50 bucks on getting it placed, and then you spend 30 bucks on the candy. 180 bucks. You got a machine placed. Now, the national average for the machine is somewhere between profit $10 and $12 a month. That means if the candy costs you 11, your machine ought to bring you in around 20 or 25 bucks, right in there every month. Okay? And those numbers work out to be pretty accurate. And you don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be a certain anything. Now, there will come a time when you will need to get a license, and your folks can do that for you. You might want to set up some type of a legal entity, and again, your folks can help you with that. But to get started, and if you did one every other month, that's 6 machines a year, and you started in your freshman year. 24 machines at the end of your senior year. Okay? That's 240 bucks a month. That's a car payment. That's gas money plus insurance. That's spending money. I mean, and if you did that through college, you say, well, I don't have time. Well, okay. You got time to pick up the phone. I mean, you got time to buy it online, pick up the phone and call and place the order and then take it. I mean, if there's a will, there is a way. Now, I'm going to give you some quick suggestions on different ways you can get machines and ways to do this to where it's okay for you to do it, and it's a good deal. First off, I'd stay close to home, because if you're starting that young, you don't have a vehicle, so you're going to need to rely on your bike, all right, or walking. So you need to keep them close to home. So when you call and you want to place it, keep it in your, they go by zip code, and try to talk to them about your age and your general location. Another option would be keep it still in the same zip code, but have your parents drive you around to your stops once a month. I got this idea because I used to do a paper route, and parents would come in and get their kids and drive them around to do their route. It goes a lot quicker that way, by the way. But I would keep it close to home. I would ask for my parents' help if possible. Some parents just don't have the time. And the key to any business, this business included, is 3 words: service, service, service. You offer the service to the company. Another way to get machines is you can ask your parents, say, hey, for my birthday this year, how about just get me a machine? I found a nice one on Craigslist, and it cost $80, and you could get that for me, it'd be great. And Christmas. And if you think that's too expensive of a gift to ask for, just ask for money. And then the money that comes in, then go buy yourself a machine. Again, you need $180 per machine. Okay? And like I said earlier, part-time jobs, I started working when I was a sophomore in high school. It was a crappy little job and a little restaurant, and I lived in a very small town, and I washed dishes. And I hated it. But I made money, and I put it into the bank. Now, the benefit of having these machines when you're young is this: you don't have to hold to a schedule. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you put off going another week, nobody's going to mind. This is a perfect business for kids. And when I say kids, I mean high school. Middle school, I think, is too young. People will take advantage of you. Because when you're checking on your machines, you are going to be carrying money around, so you need to be very careful about that. But this is a great business to get started. Now think about this. Let's say you did, I don't know, 5 machines a year, all the way through school. At the end of your senior year, you get 20 machines. Okay? And then you did it through college. At the end of your college, assuming you get a bachelor's degree, you got 40 machines. Okay? That's $400 a month. Right out of school, before you get a job, before anything happens, you're making $400 a month, and you're not doing anything but going around collecting money and filling candy. That'll get you off to a nice start. Now, when you're taking that money out every month through high school and through college, if your mom and dad are not going to make you pay anything, you take that money and put it in the bank. I mean, it's okay to keep some spending money out, but think about that. Think if after you get out of high school you had 20 machines, making $200. Let's say you put 100 in the bank and you spent 100. That's $100 a month for the next 4 years. That's almost $5,000. That's a down payment on a house. That's a down payment on a car. Before you even go get a job. It's a great business for kids. It's a great business to start with almost nothing. And the only thing that will limit you is your ability to go out and get the business. How driven are you? And if you get out of college and you can't find a job and now you can go do this full time. Because you got $400 a month, you can plow back into the business. That means you can buy 4 machines every month, or 3 machines plus placing them. But if you're working full time, you buy 4 machines and go place 4 machines. If you're in high school or college, I want you to give this a thought. This is a great way to make side money with very little effort and very little money. Now, there is work involved. Don't be deceived. I mean, you have to put the machines together, you have to service the machines, you have to buy the candy, you have to go once a month and clean the machines and fill them up and service and take care of your customer. I mean, it's a business. But tell me another business you get started for $180. Now, there's other stuff you'll need. I mean, there's like cleaning supplies, but if you're in high school, I'm sure mom's got Windex around the house and rags. I mean, you can do this. You can do this, and this is a decent little business. So when I was in high school, I always felt like, how come high school kids get all the cruddy jobs? How come we don't get any nice jobs? What, you know? So I did like tasseling corn, by the way. I got lots of sun and got to be outside, but for the most part, they're cruddy jobs. This is a great job. I mean, you might still have to do the cruddy jobs to get the money to set yourself up. But this is great. I wish somebody had told me about this when I was in school 40 years ago. Ish. So anyway, I wanted to reach out to high school and college kids and let you know that there is another option, that you don't have to be stuck working at McDonald's forever. Well, I hope if you do that, by the way, share this video with your friends in school and let them see and understand. If you have any questions, get back to me. And would you reach down there and hit subscribe for me, and that way you can get, and there's a little bell up there, punch that. That way every time a new video comes out, you'll be notified. And I want you to realize that all the videos that were made are not made strictly for adults, they're made for kids. I want everybody to enjoy the business. So please share, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.